What is up, YouTube? Alright, so today, what we're going to be doing right now is I'm going to go through and show you the Dragunity deck that I've been using for the past couple of tournaments. I've been regularly getting about 4th place with this deck, and it's just a really good time. With Elpy being banned, I've realized that probably the best way that I can go for playing the deck, this isn't going to be everybody when it comes to Dragunity, but my favorite way of playing the deck is just going for a blind second OTK. I know for a fact that I have no luck whatsoever when it comes to the dice roll, so for Dragunity, I just accepted that fact and went forward thinking, I'm going to go second every single time. No matter what, my opponent wins the dice roll, chooses to go first, that's totally okay. I want to go second anyway. I'm going to clear their board and then just OTK them. So that's what the purpose of this deck is. That's what it's built. It's built with that in mind. So to start off, we of course have the Dragunity Tuners. I run 3 Dragunity Phalanx, 2 Dragunity Kus, and 3 Dragunity Remus. Now, if you guys saw that video that Team UTY did a couple weeks back, right when Ghost from the Past came out, I was only running 2 Dragunity Remus. I decided to put in a 3rd, mainly because I know that it's going to help me synchro climb more as opposed to just using that terraforming. Dragunity Phalanx is actually very necessary in this because one of the OTK pieces is a non-Dragunity Synchro monster, but Dragunity Kus is very important for the main fact that it can help go into your level 10 Dragunity Synchros very easily. For the Wingbeasts, I run the normal package of 3 Senatus, 2 Legatus, and 1 Dux. This is the best way that I have determined is how to run the Wingbeast package. Senatus, more often than not, is always going to be live, and Legatus will always be live as well. Senatus, the good thing about Senatus is that it is a starter and an extender in one card. Legatus is a starter, Dux is a starter. Legatus is more of an extender, actually, but Dux is a starter. Senatus is just way more versatile with how the meta is, and the fact that you want to go second, Senatus really adds to that, because you can discard your tuners from your hand. You can even discard Dragunity Glow, or if you have anything in your hand, whether it is the 2 bigger Armas, Arma Leviton and Arma Graham. So he's always going to be live to help you out. Legatus, you just special summon him from the hand, and then you can synchro climb. Dux is usually there to help you once you've caused your opponent to exhaust all of their interruptions. And then for our big Armas, I run 1 Mistletoe, 1 Leviton, and 1 Graham. Mistletoe, when you special summon him from the hand, he can equip. Arma Leviton, you can special summon him from the hand or the grave, same with Arma Graham, so that's really useful. You can use them as Dragon Ravine discard fodder, you can use them as Senatus discard fodder, anything like that, they're always going to be live, so do not look at them as bricks. I would say that the brickiest out of all these would be Mistletoe, mainly because you can't use it, it has to be in hand to be able to use its effects. Mistletoe and Graham, they can be anywhere, whether it's in your hand or in the grave, and they're going to be live, which is really useful. Leviton helps you go into your level 10 synchros, and it causes enough recursion for your Dragunity Tuners. Graham is just a level 10 that can negate an opponent's monster on the field, and once it destroys it by battle, you can equip it to Graham to prevent any graveyard effects from activating, which is really nice. Graham, being a level 10, also helps you go into Gustav Max for the main phase 2 2000k burn, which is what you're usually going to do going for game. Next up for the Dragunity spells, basically, we're going to be doing 3 Ravine, 1 Glow, and 1 Divine Lance. Glow is searchable off of Romulus, so that's why I only play 1. Dragon Ravine is so easily accessible and so important to the strategy, sorry about that. Dragunity Divine Lance is also really nice because it helps get more of those tuners in circulation for Barca. Only change that I'd probably make, Since this is a going second build, I probably would put in Dragunity Whirlwind. It's just that I completely forgot somehow that that card existed for the past 2 weeks, and I only remembered it when I saw it in my dual terminal archetype binders, and I was like, how did I forget about this card? It's the perfect going second card. So that will be in future iterations, probably at 2, maybe even at 3, since it's a good way to get presence on the board right away, and it can bait out hand traps such as Ash Blossom or anything of that sort. For the combo pieces, run 2 Mist Valley Baby Rock and 1 Blackwing Zephyros the Elite. If anybody has been doing anything with Dragunity since 2012, you understand why these cards are in here. Zephyros can special summon it from the grave, and Mist Valley Baby Rock, it's the Gayderg combo that everybody who was afraid of Dragon Link right when Ghost of the Past came out, you know why this card is so broken. You just add it with Gayderg, then discard it because of Gayderg, and then boom, you've got a Crystal Wing on board. Also, Blackwing Zephyros the Elite, I've noticed that I've been summoning it less and less, mainly because Super Polymerization is so prevalent. I don't know about anybody else's meta, but at the few locals that I go to, Super Polymerization is everywhere, and Blackwing Zephyros the Elite being a dark monster makes almost my entire board very susceptible to Super Polymerization, because everything else is Wind Dragon, and just throwing in a dark monster, you've got Starving Venom Dragon and all of those Super Poly targets. So I would be very careful using Zephyros with your combos. And for the last Dragunity spells, I just run 2 cards of Consonance. It gets your tuners into the grave, and it's a +1. It is just a +1, so it's really nice. Actually, no, it's not a +1. It's a... You just get 2 new cards. You recycle 2 new cards into your hand. And now here's the part that'll probably catch everybody off guard, but I main deck a Kaiju package with Interrupted Kaiju Slumber. I have chosen these 4 specifically because they're level 8s, which help you go into your level 10 Dragunity monsters. Dragunity Knight Ascalon, Dragunity Knight Redbear. It's so useful. You're usually going to go for Ascalon since you want to banish your entire opponent's board that they have set up during their turn 1. Interrupted Kaiju Slumber will also help clear that board. Only problem with Interrupted Kaiju Slumber, you got to remember it can be ashed. So that's something you just have to keep out for. And a really, really neat combo that I've seen happen quite a few times running this deck. Well, I also run 2 Alpha the Master of Beasts. What I love doing is bringing out the Kaijus and then dropping Alpha, bouncing Alpha and the Kaiju on your opponent's side of the field to your hand. Boom, you've got a level 8 body on board. You haven't used your normal summon, and you've helped completely clear your opponent's board, so you're free to go for game with that. Something that you have to know with Alpha is that he does not target your opponent's monsters. He targets the Beast Warriors, and Wingbeasts on your side of the field to bounce to the hand, and then it is a non-targeting bounce on your opponent's side of the field. I'm definitely going to probably start main decking this in my Tri-Brigade variants, you know, my X-Saber deck that I've been working on, which a deck profile will be coming up next week, so keep an eye out for that. But just being able to drop these is amazing. Also, Alpha being a level 8 really, really helps with the level 10 synchros that you want to bring out. And now for hand traps. I run 3 Ghost Bell and 1 Called by the Grave. To be fair, you don't need to run Ghost Bell. I only run Ghost Bell because of the meta at my locals. There's a lot of Salamangreats, there's a lot of Drytron, there's a whole bunch of stuff, there's zombie decks. This can easily be swapped out for Ash Blossoms, or anything else of the sort. Same with the 3 Cosmic Cyclones that I run. Honestly, of these 7 cards, the only one that you should be running in your deck is Called by the Grave, just because Called by the Grave is so easily reactive to everything that's going on, and it's proactive. The fact that you can just banish a card that's necessary for your opponent's combo or one of their hand traps is fantastic. Another good card that I would strongly suggest is DD Crow, because much like Tri-Brigade, DD Crow is able to be searched in this deck thanks to Dragunity Knight Gayderg, which is a very easily accessible monster, and it's really easy to bring DD Crow to your hand in this deck. I would say that these are the 7 cards that can be changed around. Alright, now for the extra deck, we run 1 Dragunity Knight Vajrayana, 1 Dragunity Knight Gaydurg, 1 Dragunity Knight Barca, 1 Dragunity Knight Ascalon, 1... hold on. There we go. 1 Dragunity Knight Wraithbear, and 1 Dragunity Knight Romulus. These are the Dragunity extra deck monsters that you're running. All of them are very, very, very important. Wraithbear is basically there for when you end up going first, when your opponent realizes what the purpose of your deck is, and they make you go first. Similar in that video that I'll put on either corner in this card to go check out when I bring it out on my opponent because he makes me go first. The fact that it is a Crystal Wing that banishes instead of destroys is amazing. And then if your opponent gets a Wraithbear off the field, it's Harpy's Feather Duster. Also, Dragunity Knight Ascalon, you might have seen from Team UTY's video that I say that Ascalon does not target. I was wrong. I am aware of the fact that it targets. I don't know why I said it didn't target. Ascalon 100% targets. It is a target banish, but it is a non-once per turn. Also, the fact that if your opponent gets it off the field, it can Synchro summon any of your other Dragunity Knight Synchros is amazing. I have used that on several occasions, and it is beautiful. Vajrayana, weirdly enough, is very necessary for the combo depending on your opening hands, because Vajrayana equipping a Dragunity Knight Koos and then special summoning it gets you out Wraithbear or Ascalon. You're usually going to be going for Ascalon in this build just because of its non-once per turn banishing effect. It's just amazing. Barca as well, he is still very, very necessary to any and all combos that I bring out. That it can, the Dragunity Tuners that he brings out that you can special summon are used for fodder for Trident Dragaon to be able to destroy so that it can gain the extra attacks and attack for up to 9,000 points of damage. For the other Synchros, got 1 Crystal Wing Dragon, 1 Borreload Savage Dragon, and 1 Trident Dragaon. Crystal Wing and Borreload, those are your usual Synchros that you're going to place on board. Depending on your hand, you're going to bring out Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon just to protect against Nibiru. Borreload Savage Dragon is something you're going to bring out if your opponent makes you go first. Trident Dragaon, along with Ascalon, is one of the key pieces to the OTK. Being able to have your opponent's board completely cleared, you blow up any tuners left over from Barca, along usually with Dragon Ravine, depending on the field that your opponent still has. You might want to keep Dragon Ravine for a follow-up for next turn. Trident Dragaon will, at minimum, attack your opponent for 6,000 based on your combo. Hey, give this video at least 20 likes, and I'll post some of my Dragunity OTK combos that I've been using to be able to get these match wins. Also, if you have an Ultimate Rare First Ed Trident Dragaon, please message me in the comments. I have been looking for one. Nobody in my locals area has one, and I so desperately want one. For the Ixies, we run 1 Heretic Dragon King of Atum. It's an honorary Dragunity. And Super Dreadnought Rail Cannon Gustav Max. This card is so easy to bring out with Armagram, with Ascalon, Wraithbear, and Trident Dragaon. Super Dreadnought Rail Cannon Gustav Max will help you get that game win if anybody stops your combo in any way or prevents you from doing those finishing attacks with Trident Dragaon. And for the last links, Pisty, Heavenly Spheres, Triple Burst, and the Red Eyes Darkness Dragon of Steel, the Link 4, the Jump promo Link 4. If there were anything to change about this, I probably would put the Trishula Fusion in, and maybe some more Synchros, probably a second Barca. That's really honestly the only other difference. So yeah, that's it. Please like, subscribe, show your support for the video, and remember, 20 likes, I'll show the combos that I've been doing with this Dragunity deck. Anything else, check out the TCG link that's down in the comments below, and also, if you are really liking my content, check out the Patreon that's in the link in the description below, and you can see I've got 3 different tiers. I've got 2 Patreons so far, and they are fantastic. Their names are going to be right here on the bottom of the screen. They have been amazing, and I love them so much. Being able to talk to them on Patreon has been really awesome. So that's it. I hope you have an awesome rest of the week, guys. I'll see you with a new video on Saturday. All right, see you around.